Mitch McConnell has been defending himself after his comments that were critical of Donald Trump. And bear in mind, he voted to acquit Trump, but that has not protected him from the wrath of Republicans. In the pre-show today for TDR, I talked about how Matt Gaetz was attacking him, saying that Mitch McConnell's dangerous because he's been criticizing Donald Trump, even though again, he voted to acquit him. But it's not just him. We also have, let's see, Sean Hannity. Let's see, this is what he had to say about Mitch McConnell.
Let's make one thing clear. The 7 Republican senators that voted to convict Donald Trump and other Republicans who have turned their backs on the former president are way out of touch with the base of their own party. Record 75 million Americans turned out for Donald Trump in November, and they support him to this very day. Take a look right there. See that video? See what's on your screen? A few hours ago, spontaneously, thousands of people in Palm Beach lined up in support of the former president as his motorcade traveled through Florida. I have a question, Mitch McConnell, John Thune. How come you never had this kind of enthusiasm at any of your events?
Okay, Ben, you first. I have a few points to make, but I want your thoughts about that.
Okay, for the next 4 years. Shout out to my boy Mundell for the best impersonation of Turtle McConnell. But let me tell you something. Republicans need to see that they have an emperor, and we all thought that emperor had no clothes. But apparently that emperor has everything that he needs to do whatever the hell he wants in this country. He has the entirety of Fox News backing him, and they refuse to hold him accountable. So now he can have these parades because he's a free man. Donald Trump is a free man to do anything that he wants to do because nobody held him accountable. Congratulations, Mitch McConnell. You played yourself.
Exactly. And by the way, I'm fine with him having the parades if that's what he wants. Then that is what he wants. He just wants people to wave at him with a flag with his name on it. He's a simple person. But that does not mean that we get to pretend that it was spontaneous, Sean Hannity, even though Fox and Friends was saying that it's spontaneous. It was not planned. You can see that screenshot. It's not remotely true. It had been planned for more than a week because of course it was. People don't randomly just, there's people along the side of the road. Well, let me get my Trump flag and I'll join them. That's not how humans work. It was planned and people went. It's still impressive or whatever. They still went to literally wave at a car going by. Just be happy about that. You don't have to pretend that it was just word of mouth in a Publix that led to people going. So anyway, that was one of my points. It's not spontaneous, Sean Hannity. That sort of thing where you have to pretend that just wherever he goes, crowds form. That's North Korean dictator worship stuff. So that's one issue. The other issue is in no universe, again, and I've said this 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,000 more. Does 74.23 million votes round up to 75? That's not how rounding works, you little baby. He got 74 million votes. That's pretty good too. Why can't you just be satisfied with that? And number 3, we're gonna have more substantive attacks against Mitch McConnell. This was sort of just the opening salvo with the where did you get the enthusiasm like this? Well, look, I don't like to speak up in defense, even a sort of hypothetical defense of Mitch McConnell. But Mitch McConnell won re-election. What about Trump? Why didn't his crowd save him? Mitch McConnell had no enthusiasm, and yet he won. I know that there's some questions about that election and everything, but leaving that aside, he actually won. Trump had lots of rallies and lots of crowds, and he got his ass whooped by Sleepy Joe. So just bear that in mind, Sean Hannity. Your mouth sucks and you suck.
I wasn't ready for that part. The last part, he's talking a lot of cash money stuff, but Mitch McConnell won his race. John, I don't think I've clutched pearls that hard in a long time, man. That was hilarious.
Thank you. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.